My grandmother locked her bedroom door every night at exactly 9 p.m. For 18 years, I never questioned why, until the night the door opened by itself. I've lived with my grandmother my entire life, not because I had nowhere else to go, but because she never let me leave. People in the village used to say I was lucky, that I had family, that I should take care of her because she raised my mother alone after my grandfather disappeared. But they never stayed in this house long enough to understand what taking care of her really meant. It starts every night at 9 p.m. She locks her bedroom door from the inside, not from the outside like normal people do, from the inside. At exactly 9 p.m., I hear the same three things: the click of the lock, the dragging of her wooden chair across the floor, and then her whisper, "Don't come in, no matter what you hear." I was 8 when she first told me that. Now I'm 26, and I still obey. At least, I used to. The house is old, older than the road it sits on. The walls sweat in summer and groan in winter. Every corner smells like wet wood and something else I could never name. My grandmother almost never comes out of her room during the day. I leave food at her door. Sometimes it's gone, sometimes it's untouched and cold as stone. I asked her once if she was sick. She said, "I'm not sick. I'm keeping something locked away." I laughed then. I don't laugh anymore. Started changing 3 weeks ago. First, it was small things. Her footsteps outside her room in the middle of the night. Soft knocking on my wall when I was trying to sleep. Then voices. Not hers. At least, not the voice I grew up hearing. Sounded like hers, but wrong. Like someone imitating her through a broken radio. One night, I heard her whisper through the wall, "You're getting older now. It's time you learned." I didn't respond, but she kept talking. The door only stays shut if someone remembers why it was closed. I should have moved out. I had the money. I had the chance. But every time I packed my bag, something happened. The first time, my passport disappeared. The second time, my car wouldn't start. The third time, I found all my clothes stitched together in one solid piece inside my closet. Like someone didn't want me to leave, or something. Last night was when everything broke. It was raining hard. The kind of rain that makes the windows shake. At 2:13 a.m., I woke up to silence. Not the usual silence of the house. A deeper silence. No wind. No dripping pipes. No creaking wood. Even the electricity hum was gone. And then I heard it. Her door opened. For the first time in my life, I sat up in bed. My heart wasn't just beating, it was hammering like it wanted out. "Grandma," I called. No answer. I stepped into the hallway. The air felt wrong. Heavy. Like breathing through wet cloth. Her door was open just a crack. And from inside, I saw light. A faint, flickering yellow glow. Like candlelight. But she never used candles. I moved closer. Every step felt like I was sinking into the floor. "Grandma, are you okay?" I whispered again. Still nothing. Then I heard her voice. Right behind me. "Why did you open it?" I spun around. She was standing at the end of the hallway, barefoot. Her hair completely white now, even though she had only streaks before. Her eyes. I can't explain her eyes. They looked tired. Not like a human being tired. Like something ancient that had been awake too long. "I didn't open anything," I said. She shook her head slowly. "The house opened it." Then she started walking toward me. I backed away. "Stay back," I said. But she laughed. A dry, cracked sound. "You think I'm the dangerous one in this house?" She pointed at her bedroom door. It was now wide open. And inside, I saw it. The room was not a room anymore. It was deeper than it should be. Like the house had swallowed itself. The walls inside were covered with names. Hundreds of names carved into wood, stone, and something that looked like bone. And at the center, a chair. The same chair she always dragged at night. But it wasn't empty. Something was sitting in it. I couldn't see its face. Only its shape. Wrong angles. Too many joints. Like it didn't understand how bodies were supposed to work. And it was breathing. Slow. Patient. Like it had been waiting for me specifically. My grandmother stepped beside me. "That's what I've been keeping out," she said quietly. I couldn't speak. My throat had closed. She continued, "For 70 years, I kept it locked behind that door." 70 years? I whispered. "You're not even that old." She smiled sadly. "I stopped aging the day I agreed to guard it." The thing in the room shifted. The chair creaked, and suddenly it stood, not walking, just unfolding itself upward. My vision blurred. I felt something press against my mind, like fingers inside my thoughts. My grandmother grabbed my wrist tightly. "Listen to me," she said. "It learns through attention. If you look too long, it becomes you." "What is it?" I asked. Her grip tightened. "It is what gets out when someone stops believing the door matters." A sound came from the room. My name, not spoken, mimicked, perfectly, like it had stolen my voice from my memory. The thing was learning faster now. I could feel it. My thoughts weren't entirely mine anymore. My grandmother pulled me backward. "We have to close it," she said. "Why don't you close it every night?" I asked. She shook her head. "I don't close it. I delay it." We stepped inside the room. The air was freezing now. The names on the walls were moving slightly, like they were breathing. The chair was empty again, but I knew it was still there, just unseen, waiting. My grandmother walked to the center of the room and knelt. She placed her hand on the floor. "I'm sorry," she whispered. Then she looked at me. "For what you're about to inherit." Before I could ask what she meant, the floor cracked. A deep sound like wood splitting across centuries. The room tilted. The walls stretched, and the door slammed shut behind us, locked from the outside. My grandmother closed her eyes and said, "Now it's your turn to remember why it must stay closed." The thing began speaking again, but this time, it wasn't mimicking anymore. It was learning to speak as itself, and it chose my voice first. I don't know how long I've been in here now. Time doesn't feel right. Sometimes I hear people outside the house. Sometimes I hear my old life trying to reach me. But mostly I hear scratching, patient, constant, like something is writing my name on the walls, waiting for me to finish forgetting who I am. My grandmother doesn't move anymore. She just sits by the door, listening, guarding, or maybe waiting to be replaced. And every night at 9 p.m., I hear the lock click again, from the inside, and I understand now. It was never to keep something out. It was to keep someone from leaving.